This thing's 72 years old. I guess it's got a right to burn some oil. Like me, it's about had its better days.
Popcorn Sutton was born October 5th, 1946 in Maggie Valley, North Carolina. Popcorn had a long career of making moonshine and bootlegging. He said it was a legitimate part of his heritage as he was a Scottish-Irish American and was a descendant from a long line of moonshiners. In the late 60s, early 70s, Marvin Sutton was given the nickname Popcorn after his frustrated attack on a barroom's faulty popcorn vending machine with a pool cue. Before his rise to fame at the age of 60, he had been in trouble with the law several times but had avoided a prison sentence. He was convicted in 1974 of selling untaxed liquors and in 1981 and 1985 charged with controlled substance and assault with a deadly weapon, but received only probation sentences in those cases. Popcorn then wrote a self-published autobiography and guide to moonshine production called Me and My Likker and began selling copies of it out of his old junk shop in Maggie Valley.
Like that, like we had some wood out in the yard. Instead of saying carry it in the house, you'd say tote it in the house. Like we had something that you wanted to put in a paper bag, you put it in a paper poke, you know, instead of a paper bag. Mom and Daddy, they tried to raise me the best they could. They didn't do too damn good a job at it, but they tried.
He was a short, skinny fella that always wore his hat. That was kind of his claim to fame. He would always ask people, "What do you think that is in my hat?" While most people would not know the answer, he would reply, "It's an old coon pecker." He would always have on overalls, even when he came to federal court. He was wearing bib overalls and his hat. He was a friendly man, and every time you would talk to him, he'd say, "I've ran my last run of shine, I'm not gonna do it anymore. I'm just getting too old for this shit." Popcorn was best known for his moonshine well before the Discovery Channel show Moonshiners. Everybody in western North Carolina and East Tennessee knew him for his moonshine. For many years, it was the best moonshine you could buy, and you were lucky if you could get your hands on some.
Oh, hold it. Now. Now, JB, you can start laying the face to the cap. Hand me a little over here, and I'll start over here. People talk around here, I guess it'd be what more like you call hillbilly style or something, I guess. I don't know, just mountain talk.
In 2007, a fire on Popcorn's property in Parrotsville, Tennessee led to firefighters discovering 650 gallons of untaxed alcohol, for which he was convicted and put on probation again by Cook County authorities. Soon after, the ATF arrested Popcorn Sutton after another raid on his property yielded 850 gallons of moonshine. He was convicted on federal charges in late 2008 and was scheduled to serve an 18-month sentence in federal prison beginning March 20th, 2009. He never reported to prison.
I'd give up to be one of the best little mountain cooks they are. Once upon a time. Yeah. Dinner time on the mountain.
Before Popcorn's death, his fame grew with each book purchased, photo he posed for, or jar he sold. People loved his bushy beard, rugged overalls, and his raunchy sense of humor. Pictures began to appear online. Blog entries praised the wild mountain man of Maggie Valley. Reporters and movie makers started looking for him. Sucker Punch Productions sought out Popcorn for a documentary on moonshining. Billy Ray Cyrus interviewed Popcorn for The Truth About Hillbillies, and Johnny Knoxville stopped by to get a good look at the coffin Popcorn kept in his living room, the same coffin Popcorn was buried in.
When I first opened that interstate in '68, I'd have come off Snowbird, I'd about drunk. I had a load of liquor in the back of that old 46 Jeep, and got down there right before you get to Waterville exit there, coming down Green Corner Road. There must have been 100 highway patrols and sheriffs and rescues and stretched out limos, and I didn't know what in the hell was going on. Having a ribbon cutting ceremony for that Interstate 40 when they opened it in 1968. They didn't pay me no attention about more than nothing. I just shut the motor off on that old Jeep because it didn't have no muffler. You heard for 5 miles. I shut the motor off this Lake Coast right, threw them there, and they never even seen me. I got by and they didn't get me. I've had a lot of older people tell me things, but the only way you go learn any damn thing, do it yourself. I don't care what it is.
While Popcorn awaited federal prison, he was under house arrest. He was only allowed to leave his property on Mondays to go to his doctor. At that time, Popcorn had cancer, and on March 16, 2009, Popcorn got into his car like he would have any other Monday, as if he was going to the doctor's office. But instead of going to the doctor's office, Popcorn drove to a remote part of his property. He ran a garden hose from the exhaust to the window of his car and took his own life. Popcorn's daughter took to the internet, specifically a site called The Twisted South, saying, "The day Popcorn Sutton died, he sparked a type of renaissance of moonshine culture. Local, national, and international press all stood up and took notice when the legendary mountain man went down, with even the Wall Street Journal running his obituary."
If it wasn't for liquor, a lot of people would have died. See, most people just drunk it to get drunker than hell off of them. But you can make some valuable medicine out of it. You can make cough syrup, which consists of honey, any kind of candy, lemon juice, a shake of black pepper, and liquor. That makes the best cough syrup ever was.
In a handwritten will, Popcorn was very clear about his burial. He stated, "Haul me on the back of a pickup truck to the graveyard and get drunker in hell while they bury my ass. I don't want no viewing, preaching, singing, or nothing when they bury me." Popcorn didn't even want a listing in the newspaper when he passed, but his fame surpassed his legend being ignored. One thing is for certain. Despite his untimely death, his legend and moonshine are both far from extinct. There's always fresh faces blowing into the furnaces of new steels. In quiet country coves, smoke is still climbing up to the sky.
It'll be the last time this'll ever be fooled with. I got all the making liquor I wanted just yet. I ain't gonna never make no more. Cause I ain't able to start with. About killed me. Well, I believe I'm gonna head off the mountain if I can get this thing started.
Pam Sutton, Popcorn's wife, returned home from running errands and found Popcorn in his green Ford Fairmont. Pam said he called that car his 3-jug car because he gave 3 jugs of moonshine for it. Popcorn told his daughter as well he would take his own life before going to federal prison. Popcorn was laid to rest in a family graveyard on Mount Sterling, North Carolina. However, October 24, 2009, he was relocated to his property in Parrotsville and a public memorial service was held. His body was carried to its new resting spot by horse and carriage. Popcorn's memorial grew in spectacle with the likes of Hank Williams Jr. paying tribute at his service. A conventional grave marker was used at the head of his grave, reading Marvin Popcorn Sutton, ex-moonshiner, October 5, 1946 to March 16, 2009. Popcorn was a man who did things his way, and this included ending his own life. He had also prepared a footstone in advance for his grave, and for years he kept it by his front porch, as well as his casket in his living room. The epithet on his footstone read, "Popcorn said f*** you." In Popcorn's own words, alcohol has and will be around as long as time, whether it's for medicine or to get drunk as hell. I hope I will be there to help them in one way or the other.